stuff is just normal things. If you're on stage enough, then
Yeah.
you're kind of used to doing them anyway. So it's just maybe you'll have to refine something a little bit, but you're probably comfortable with most of it.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, it sounds like it's any other sort of show in that regard. Like, you've got, whatever, 15 minutes to set up, and don't take too long because you've got to go on at this time, and don't be assholes like in front of everyone, and you know what I mean. Like, it should be fairly routine in that regard. But then it comes down to like, okay, now you actually have to deliver once you're up there, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like you have to just do your best, put on the best show you can. And another thing, like if you're asking for like maybe things that like bands that are trying to look for, is obviously like be creative and think outside the box. Do something that will like wow people. Like do something that like the judges might not expect but they'll like.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you'll have to think about like whether. But then at that point, this goes back to what you're saying about the overthinking thing. Is that like maybe, but you have to figure out something that's good that people will like, but at the same time can also be taken seriously too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
James, when you played last year, were you nervous when you first got on the stage?
yes, and I don't get nervous at shows.
Yeah.
It's because it was like, I think usually after like the first song, you usually like get into it, but it's like the fact when you're being judged, it's so...
It's dissonant.
Oh yeah, it's really weird. It's like, no, I remember like I was nervous when we were setting up because I was like trying my best to like, just be professional and go as fast as I can. But I remember, I think it was like about a good, like maybe like a quarter into the first song, and everybody was getting into it, that we kind of got comfortable and
You
all
can
that.
kind of relax at that point.
Yeah, exactly. It's like relax and do everything that you planned out and everything that you want to do to impress the audience and the judges.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. Markus?
I should turn my mic up. Have you guys thought of buttering up the judges with pierogies and pints?
Oh, I mean, that could be...
yes, that could be.
That could go to our advantage.
Pierogi eating contest?
I mean, like
We might bring our hot sauce for them.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's right, the Peronicus hot sauce.
I mean, 3/4 of Triple Murder, they all work in a kitchen. I just do construction, so, I mean, I'm sure they can whip up their own batch of pierogies.
Oh, yes.
I'm calling you guys out. You guys better bring pierogies. Max, Eric, Zach, I'm talking to you guys. You better do it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, guys. We love you.
Sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys.
So do you guys know who's going on first, or is it left up to you guys to figure it out?
We haven't actually found out yet what the order is, but I'm pretty sure, because this is how it was last year, but the order that's on like the Facebook event,
right,
that's usually what the order is.
Okay.
But like I'm not 100% sure, but that's how it was last year. So yeah, I think that's pretty much gonna be what the order is, just how it is on the Facebook event.
So I think it's like Lycanthro, Peronicus.
Actually, it's Peronicus first.
Okay, so it's
Peronicus first, then us, then Aphelion, then you guys.
Yeah, Triple Murder.
Pretty much, it's gonna be like the craziest down to like a little calm, then it's gonna get crazy again, a little calm.
Just
what are you saying, John?
I don't know, but we're definitely gonna bring it right at the start. We're gonna get the crowd going. That's for sure.
Are you
I'll
guys
be front
playing
row.
a smooth jazz set?
Smooth jazz.
What's the mellow part here?
We will be performing
playing
it.
swing?
We will be performing actually tribal music, and
Interesting
with
choice.
with bongos.
Yeah. Well, you might get some interesting feedback from the judges. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Triple
want to
Murder's
assume
just gonna be
anything.
playing 80s porn music. Guys.
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome.
Nice.
Oh
Nice.
man. Oh man.
If this isn't enticing people to come out, I don't know what's gonna bring you guys out.
Yeah, we got smooth jazz. We got tribal music. We got 80s porn music. Tyler, what are you guys playing?
We're not playing at all. We're just
Opera?
going to stand there quietly. That's what people seem to prefer.
Maybe he'll bring his triangle on stage. Ding!
Oh no, he'll be like the electric triangle. You plug it into the wall, you just electrocute yourself.
They'll just put a mic beside a pinball machine or beside Pac-Man and just hammer out a couple.
Actually,
rounds.
I'm actually gonna broadcast the set from my bedroom and just play guitar over Skype in the on like the screen on a projector screen at Targ.
The judges be like, you know what? I saw this guy last year, and I'm not sure what we think about this one.
He became a robot.
He did become a robot. Yeah, I think so.
He became a computer screen.
John, if you guys are going on first, or like, how are your nerves? Are you a little nervous for this, or?
I mean, whenever you're playing any show, there's a little bit of nerves that kind of build up in you before, but that also, gets the adrenaline pumping and stuff. And we usually like to use that adrenaline to our advantage. So, if anybody's ever seen us before, usually Ryan's running all over the place. Brendan's kicking stuff all over the place. I try to stand up a bit, and I'm throwing my arms around, throwing my head around and stuff like that. So we just try to get the crowd going as much as we can.
And Ryan's getting eggnog poured into his mouth.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
and
last
then,
show, yeah.
My guitarist Max actually jumped on stage, and I forget who it was. I think it was either your guitar player or your bass player, but Max poured him a beer while he was playing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so I'm not too nervous. I mean, usually Ryan and Brendan, they pretty much know how to control their nerves. We like to have our own routines right before shows and get pumped up and stuff like that, and pretty much just give her all we got.
Right on.
So if I remember correctly, you guys have 20 minutes each. Am I right?
25.
25, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, 15 minutes setup, which if we're going first, that's kind of an advantage a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
So 15 minutes in between sets to set up all gear and everything else, get everything tuned and ready to go, and then basically it's showtime, but you only have those 15 minutes, and if you go over, I think they actually deduct points off of your
if you go
if you go over the actual time limit for setting up all your gear and stuff like that, they actually deduct points off of the final tally, and I think it's like a 0.5 for every minute that goes by or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I was reading into it and I was like, oh man, because I'm usually the one that helps set up all the drums, so it's like it's chaotic.
Man, it's taking pot shots at the drummers, my lord.
I love him, don't get me wrong, he is my Frenchman. He will always be my croissant. He will always be my croissant.
Luckily, with Targ being such an awesome spot, they always have backlines, so it makes it pretty fast for changeovers and stuff.
Yeah, that's
like that.
true. Because at least you can set up your stuff.
Have 4 drum kits or 3 drum kits and a bunch of bass stacks.
What if a band wants to have a Mike Portnoy set up? How shit would that be?
That would suck so bad.
You're like,
I'm just gonna bring this 10-foot
I'll bring my full kit set up for everybody.
I'm gonna bring my drum rack. It's about 10 feet tall.
I'm gonna bring some octobongs,
octobongs and stuff like that on it. And my name's Ron Pert, by the way.
Well, we want to get the Aphelions track on here, so and we might end up playing in the background while we say our goodbyes, but because it's about 6 minutes to midnight. And
6 minutes to
I was waiting for James to do that.
I
was waiting for James to do that.
Up what we're laying
down. But we did want to thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, it's not the first. Well, it is the first time actually that we've had 4 bands in here at the same time. We want to wish all you guys the best of luck on Thursday. It's too bad that there's only one winner for this upcoming show, but I think the fact that you have made it to this point is pretty huge, really, at the end of the day. It's not nothing. When you beat out the other people submitting, and then you gain this experience, and you're networking with other people in the music scene and so on, there's lots of stuff that you're going to take away from this.
Oh, for sure.
Most definitely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially once we see who those judges are, who knows who's going to be right.
Yes.
I might have a bit of a fangirl moment and just start screaming like a 12-year-old girl again.
when Paula Blaze from Blackguard last year, that was freaking cool.
There you go.
I can only imagine, man. Like I said, that's awesome.
Well, in any case, guys, we want to thank you for coming and joining us here on Meltdown. I know it's pretty cold out there, and it's a lot more fun to just sort of listen to this in the comforts of your own home. But it's not lost on us. The time that you gave us tonight, and hopefully you get a lot of people out on Thursday. And like I said, one of you guys is going to move on, and it's going to be amazing.
We're pretty stoked, honestly.
Yeah, who knows?
Thank
Maybe
you for
even
having
two.
us.
Yeah,
thanks very much.
Thank you, Marcus.
It's always a pleasure, man.
Don't all of you guys, as you always, as James and John know, it is always an open door with us. Just let us know whenever you want to come on. If you've got news that you want to share with listeners, if you got a new album or EP or whatever, we're always happy to have you guys on. So always just send us a note. We're ready for you.
Actually, Triple Murder actually has some big news. So not only are we playing a show on Thursday, but we're also playing a show on Saturday, February 2nd with Darkest Hour Unearth and the Agony Scene. Tickets are $25, and that'll be over at the Brass Monkey on Green Bank. It's going to be a wicked show. I'm really stoked to be playing this because this is actually like all my childhood bands right there. So it's a big deal for us, but it would mean a lot to all of us in Triple Murder if you guys made it out.
Right on.
Woo. Any final words, guys?
Well, if we're talking about shows, this is actually starting a few days in a row for the Aphelion. We're heading out to North Bay and Pembroke for Friday and Saturday. And then we're finishing it off next Friday. And all 3 of the other dates are with Misshapen. And we're actually playing with Lycanthro again next Friday.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'll say we have a couple of sweet shows in the works that we can't announce yet. But the ones we can is we're playing Misshapen's EP release with the Fine Boys in the Aphelion. And then we also have a show at March 2nd at the Dominion Tavern with doom metal giant Leviatar. That'll be sweet. And that's it for us so far.
All right. Well, listen, guys, we want to get on the Aphelion's show or track rather, and I will bid you guys the best of luck as we look to get you guys back on here very soon. All right. Have a great evening. So we're gonna.